Hello, everybody. Welcome. And we're so happy that you're here watching this video. This is just a little general information about LST. And my name is Michaela, and I've been working with LST for a little bit over 2 years now. And I've gone on different projects. Before I was working on staff, and I mostly help with the recruiting and just love my time here that I've been there.
And my name is Leslie Altrog, and I'm the project director. And I have been working for Let's Start Talking a little bit over 30 years and have been doing projects. This year was our 35th year doing LST projects. So I'm excited to be here with you and talk about the scope of what Let's Start Talking ministry does today.
Yeah, and so this recording is just basically supposed to be a snapshot of LST. So if you're brand new, this is going to be a great video, or maybe you've been involved with LST in the past and things are looking different, or maybe you're wanting to be a part of different areas in LST. But any kind of person is going to benefit from this session to just be able to learn more and get to know other ministries if you're already involved with the particular ministry. So we don't want to overload you with a ton of information, but we're just going to be focusing on the things that matter most, what LST is, why it matters, and what it could look like for you to partner with us. So let's get started with the foundation.
Yeah, so what is LST? Most Christians who come to LST are trying to answer a question or solve a problem. They want to connect with people who are different than they are, but they're not always sure how. Or your church is surrounded by international people, but you don't know how to connect with them. Or you've tried some evangelistic outreaches in the past and you were left dissatisfied. Or maybe you always wanted to share your faith, but you were a little bit afraid. LST is a way of addressing all these kinds of needs. As an LST volunteer worker, you create life-changing conversations with international learners of English. We call these readers. During the sessions, you'll take turns reading a passage, starting with the Gospel of Luke. You read it out loud. You'll ask simple, thoughtful questions that help bring the story to life. Your international friend gets to practice their English, share their ideas, and build their confidence. And at the same time, you're learning about each other's lives, cultures, and other perspectives. You're serving them with what they want, English practice, while also giving them and yourself what you need. The opportunity to explore faith in Jesus in a natural, relational, non-pressured way.
Yeah, so the same life-changing conversation can happen in more than one setting. So as I've said, LST has different parts, and these are our three main programs. So we have Friends Speak, which happens in local churches or campus centers within North America. And we have LST Connect, which allows you to meet with people online, and they're international people from different countries all around the world. And then we have LST International Projects. So these are short term, in person mission experiences overseas at different sites that we'll cover later on. So these are all different settings, different ways that you can connect with people, but it has the same heart and the same approach of teaching English with having conversations about Jesus.
So maybe you're asking, what difference does LST make? And rather than us just telling you about LST, we want you to see the impact. So first, let's watch a short story from one of our readers and hear firsthand how LST has made a difference for her.
Hello everyone, my name is Andreina. I have a great time with Valerie and Ginger from the USA in the Let's Start Talking program in Hanover, Germany. I was practicing my English skills, reading, listening, speaking. They provide me a workbook where I could read, learn new vocabulary, and answer questions about the reading. I enjoyed a lot because I met new native English speakers with whom I could practice the language. I was able to overcome the fear of expressing myself in English, and they provide me tips for improvement and correction. The best part was having nice conversation about the life and delving deeper into discussion about Jesus if I wanted. I am grateful for all the support and I recommend you participate in this free program. Thank you. Bye bye.
Yeah, so stories like this aren't rare. And we have so many different stories of readers and workers that just have an amazing experience with the LST approach. So here are two quotes that we want to share with you. One is from a connected reader, and it's written by Jenny, a reader, and she wrote this to her worker, Mary, shortly after she passed away. And the quote says, "You have been such a blessing in my life. Your kindness, your encouragement, and your faith have touched me more than words can say." And the second quote is one from Front Speak, and it's shared by Grant Wright. And it reads, "This provides us with the exciting responsibility to reach the nations by reaching our neighbors with the good news of Jesus." So this just goes to show that the relationships that are being formed while having these conversations deeply matter. And both to the reader and the worker, it's just a life-changing experience for both.
So after hearing these stories, a common question is, what would this actually look like for me? And that depends which program you decide you want to participate in, or it could be that you want to participate in more than one of these. But your commitment level for LST Connect is you would meet online with your reader for 1 hour per week based on your mutual availability. It's a great way to serve right from home. There is some training that happens right before you start reading, but your ongoing commitment is 1 hour per week. For Friends Speak, you'll meet in person at your church or campus center, and each church will run Friends Speak a little differently, so the timing can vary, but it usually is 1 to 2 hours a week that you would meet with someone in person at your local church. For LST International projects, these experiences look a little different since you're actually going to travel overseas for a few weeks, anywhere from 2 to 6 weeks. The days usually include having a team devotional, multiple reading sessions a day, you get a break for meals, and you continue sessions even into the evening. So at its core, LST is about meaningful friendship, people who come for English and stay because they feel known, welcomed, and valued.
Yeah, so now you may be wondering who is able to serve with LST. And the short answer is almost anyone. We've had people from young adults, families with children, college students, seasoned adults serve in all three of the programs. So no matter what stage of your life that you're in, there's a place for you, whether it's being reading online, at your church, or overseas. If you're fluent in English and you can listen and care and show up consistently, then you can serve with LST.
That's right. And some people will ask, well, where is LST reaching? And it is amazing at how far this ministry actually is reaching. LST is connecting people all across the United States and around the world. And because we serve both in person and online, we're able to reach into countries and communities that we might otherwise never hear about Jesus through relationship-based ministry. So you can see online the 3 different areas where we have active work, but it really is not limited to these, but this gives you an idea of all the places LST is serving.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so now that we've seen where LST serves and all the different people that can serve with us, you might be wondering, what does LST do and how do we support all of this amazing work? So we're going to dive a little bit deeper into the four key areas of how do we do what we do, which is the LST approach, training, materials, and support.
Yeah, so first we're going to give you an approach, a way of thinking about how to do LST conversation sessions. So the LST approach is simple but very powerful. Readers sign up voluntarily. They come as they are from many different faith backgrounds and life experiences. Most who come are not initially interested in faith. Our approach allows them to explore the Bible in the way that feels safe, respectful, and non-confrontational. As workers, we walk alongside them. We're going to ask questions. We're going to create space for curiosity and honest conversations. This approach is going to open doors to people who might otherwise be hesitant about faith conversations. But our basic philosophy is that the Word is the teacher and we are the illustration. So our goal is to get people into the Word.
So, second, we provide training that is built on over 45 years of experience. So, our basic training focuses on how to ask good questions and lead 1 hour reading sessions well. So, whether this is online, in person, or overseas, this training is going to be great for everybody. This is the core of LST's training, and it prepares you for being involved in all of the programs. And for those serving on international projects, we offer a deeper training to cover topics like fundraising, team dynamics, cultural awareness, safety, and other things. For churches starting Friends Speak programs, we offer leadership training in addition to basic training, just to help the leaders be more confident in getting Friends Speak started at their church. And most training is done online through a mix of live, staff-led sessions, and on-demand videos. So though we also offer in-person training, especially through Friends Speak, most of the training is online. But you'd be fully prepared before your first reading session after doing the training with us.
And then the other thing we're providing you is the materials for the basis of your conversation. So we use a series of workbooks. There's about 14 total. We start with our course series, which is starting in Luke, and then move over to Acts. That is our course series. And then we have a discovery series and also an advanced series. And we have a couple of beginning workbooks as well. Each workbook lesson includes a Bible passage, key vocabulary, practice and discussion questions. These materials help readers understand the text, grow in English, and think deeply about faith. They're available both digitally and in print.
So next up, our support. So you are never doing this alone. We never want you to feel like you're alone on this journey. And our staff is here to support you in whatever program that you serve. So you can see the staff photo on the left. And in addition to support from the staff, LST Connect has trained coaches, which you could see on the photo on the right. And Friends Speak has church leaders, and LST International Projects have site hosts who guide teams on the ground. So whether it's staff or other help, you're always going to have somebody to lean on. So from the first steps to ongoing support, there's always somebody ready to help you succeed.
So we know this is giving you a lot of information, but maybe not all the information that you would like. We want to encourage you to contact us. You can go to Let's Start Talking LST at lst.org and send us an email. And either Michaela or I or someone on our staff will set up a time to talk with you, and so that we can encourage, hear what your desires are, know what you're trying to do, what are your goals, and then we can help you know which program would be the best program and how to move forward from where you're at. So thank you for joining us on this video, and we look forward to hearing from you.
Thank you.